Hi there, I'm Connor, and in this video I'm going to be talking about some effective strategies that I've learned for holding a conversation. So something that's really important to pay attention to when you're talking to someone is eye contact. So kind of a theme for this video is going to be finding a happy balance. So in terms of eye contact, you don't want to be staring down the person you're talking to, or you're going to come across as being very aggressive. But then again, you don't want to be looking around and down at the ground and never making eye contact with the person you're talking with, or you may come off as being very passive, and it might even seem like you don't care about what the person is telling you. So your best bet is to look at the person who you're talking to. Don't look at them intensely, but then again, also don't be looking around, never making eye contact. Don't be afraid to break the gaze once in a while in order to release any tension that there might be. You want to make sure that they know that you're listening and that you care about what they're saying. How fast you talk is really important in determining the pace of the conversation between you and whoever you're speaking with. It's really important that you don't talk too fast or too slow. You definitely don't want this. But then again, you don't want this either.
So are you having fun talking with me? I'm having a really good time. Are you having a good time?
Once again, the key here is finding a happy balance. You want to talk fast enough so that you're still interesting and you're moving the pace of the conversation forward, but slow enough so that they can still understand you. A really helpful strategy that I've picked up is the power of asking questions. In most conversations, the person who's talking is really intent about talking about themselves, how good they are at something, what they've accomplished. But what we don't realize is that 9 times out of 10, this is extremely boring for the person who's listening to you. So instead, ask a question. Show interest in what the other person is doing. People love talking about themselves, and if you let them do so, they're guaranteed to like you more. Something that's really important to keep in mind when you're talking with someone is personal space. You don't want to be right up in someone's face so they can smell your breath and count your blackheads, but then again, you don't want to be so far away that you guys have to uncomfortably yell at each other. Once again, it's all about a balance. Take cues from the person you're talking to. See if they feel uncomfortable. And if they are uncomfortable, take a few steps back. Everyone is different in terms of their personal space. One way to tell how a conversation is going, or to tell how the person you're talking to is responding to what you're saying, is to keep an eye on their body language. Now, most people, if they feel uncomfortable, they'll close their arms or they'll back away. They'll close off their stance away from you in some way. On the same token, there are positive cues to look for too. If someone has a very open stance with you and they're looking at you straight in the eye, that usually means that they're more comfortable with you, and they probably are receptive to what you're saying. Something that's really important when you're trying to hold a conversation with someone is to appear relaxed and composed. Talking to someone who appears nervous, fidgety, or uncomfortable can oftentimes make you feel uncomfortable as well, and you definitely don't want that if you're trying to hold a conversation with someone. Do whatever you can to relax. If you have trouble finding ways of relaxing, just try focusing on your breath. Try taking nice, full, deep breaths, and that should help you relax and take the edge off your nerves a little bit. One of the greatest pieces of advice that I've ever gotten is to think fast and talk slow. During a conversation, you want to be continually thinking about everything that's going on. Is the person you're talking to interested? Are you having a good time? What question should you ask next? But when you do talk to them, you want to make sure to talk slowly, that you're thinking about everything you say. Sometimes if we talk too fast, we can let something slip, which can make a very awkward conversation. So that's it for this little video on how to hold a conversation. I wish you all the best of luck.